let's just make sure quickly before get everything under control. Okay, we are live. Okay, welcome everyone to round 7. Oh, maybe having a bit of a lag spike there. Yeah, round 7 of Race Spec Tier 3 Pacific Series. We're here at Ricard in France, so it should be quite an exciting race here. We have 17 drivers. I believe we have the Smeg who will come in a bit later, and so we should end up with 18 drivers. It's just myself for tonight. BMAC couldn't make it tonight, so it'll just be me on comms. It'll be alright. Anyway, so just on board with Stone Tower on this on this 15 turn track. Isabella actually goes. This is the first time for the 29.6 15 turns, which is a big chicane in the Mistral Strait, which we're watching the Stone Tower come to the end of. Is coming down into turn 10. Very fast, long right-hander. Easy to lose time, very easy to gain time as well if you know the right line to that. 311, that 312, and little kink of 13, and then the long trail breaking left to 14. And through to tight right to 15, he locks it and goes a little bit wide, does miss the apex. Still put him at 1 minute 29.9, so 3 tenths off about danger. While Deputy Dilldog P3, his teammate, Finn Keller P4, and Venus broken P5. Venus is actually, I believe he is a full-time driver now. Both the Red Bulls, other Red Bulls, I don't think couldn't make it. I know our other driver, Airban, is a full-timer now. Meanwhile, WI 921 is a reserve, and I'm pretty sure Venus is a reserve. I'm not too sure. But yeah, we've got 3 new drivers, 3 debutants here, who need to complete. Yeah, 3 debutants who, yeah, first race down at Ricard, first race of the season here in Tier 3. Very good sidepod here, Trent Sanders is here, so the 2 qualifying specialists really, sidepod and the mediums, starting on those. We might even switch to the softs there, as you can see. Intake going P1 28.7, but Bambi getting a tow from his teammate Zero. He's on those medium tyres, and he wants to qualify in that top 10. Try to get a good strategy on his hands. Meanwhile, I don't think anyone else took us with bot holders on his lap. He's just about to start, so we'll stay on with Bambi, and yeah, we'll just see how we go. Coming around the turn 12 here, see the kilometers. It goes a little bit wide. There's ruins his lap. There you go. His lap. Unfortunately, ruins. He's got 11.5 minutes to go. He's got to peel straight into the pits. We'll come back to him. We'll go on to Botthod now. Been quite unlucky in this league. I think he's gonna have that sole race win in Spain. I'm pretty sure. He was the only forcing different now. Smeg, as I said before, will join later on. Bottom coming through turn 10. Flat through there, breaking at the 50-meter board. Not even up the 50 meter, but breaking the apex for a very late turn 11 apex. And then into 12. As someone's just sent me a message. Anyways, yeah, we're going with Botthod through turn 14 now. Very clean through there, locking up to 15. I think a lot of people who run no ABS will lock up through 10, 15. While coming across the line now. Only 2 people set the license to be the 11th. And he goes P7. Behind sideboard is going to put on the medium, or the soft tyres now. And in front of Finn Kelly, who's going to put on the mediums as does Gold Gloves. So, looks like 28.9, or 28.7 I should say, is the time to beat. And a full second faster than Bella, but Finn Kelly, Gold Gloves, sideboard. That should all hopefully be up there soon. Considering Ross is not on a lap. Venus is just starting his lap, even though he hasn't really got any ERS or DRS. Or ERS, sorry. It does the DRS. Bartle looks to be going for a second lap. With a 10th up in his previous time with a 30.498. So this will put him up to P6. So there's quite a big gap from P5 to P6. 29.9 to a 30.4. Hopefully that closes up later on in the race. Just get the comments up. There is a dry race. So no weather, unfortunately, this time. No menacing clouds at all. So yeah, it's always good to see. You know, Butler going for his second lap time up to P6 ahead of Arangus up 30 for lap. That's put him almost on par with Stonetail and Deputy Dildog, who both set the times on the medium compound, or the soft compound tyres. Butler on the mediums, although he's on 2 laps on them now. So he might try to go softs for his final stint. But a debutant WR921. I couldn't really say Will 921. Yeah, we're saying Will. So anyway, Will's coming through the penultimate corner, long left-hander now, hard braking to the turn 15. He makes the apex quite slowly though. I don't know if that was optimal. Anyway, coming through the line up to P11, so he's missing out on the top 10 currently by less than a tenth of a second, almost a hundredth of a second between him and Scotty in P9, P10. Hank now coming to the Mistral chicane. It's quite a fast chicane, you get the exit very well. As Proximity Ross going up P2 with a 29.2. I don't think anyone else has finished their laps. So we'll stay on with Kank. Hopefully he emulates his teammates' time and get those Alfa Romeos up to the pointy end of the field and through turn 12 around through 13, flat through 13, braking just at that turn 14 sign and hard into 15. Very easy to get wheel spin out of that corner. So you need to be very careful coming out of 15, and he actually goes P2, so he does match his teammate's time. Beats it by 3/10 of a second, in fact. There's a bell of danger. Beats that time as well. So they're all closing up to Entei, who's still in pole position. Sidepod now at 28.8. So the times are rushing thick and fast here. I believe that is Entei who's supposed to start his lap. So staying with him. Jimmy rooting for Sidepod. Sidepod is actually down, yeah, up to P2 as I said before. Entei will try and improve his pole position lap time, his provisional pole lap time I should say. As Deputy Dildog goes faster as well, I believe the 29.3. Here's down in P6. Williams looking quite average to be honest. They're usually up the front of the field, as Entei is actually 10th down on his previous time, so he has time to come back, put a third set of softs on. However, I think he'd really want to improve his time here. I'm pretty sure Bambi just crossed the line with a 29.5. Entei locking up their size. This front left it look like coming out of the chicane. Hard on my throttle. So he's got purple. This is a 10th and a half up. So he's got pace, just second sector pace. He definitely has more pace in his final run if he does take that third run. As he gradually goes down the gears. Going up to turn 12, clicking that apex. Looking very, very nice, very calm here. Through 13 through 14, there's some yellow flags since someone's just slowing down there. Getting a though for Entei, locking up a tiny bit coming to 15, missing that apex, opening the DRS. Here it comes across the line. Entei will go even faster with a 28.444. So Entei, very, very good lap time. 4/10 faster than Sidepod. His next rival. Meanwhile, we have Stone Tower who's coming into the pits. Deputy Dildog is also coming into the pits. Bambi's not on a lap. Sandals is on a lap actually. He's up by 3/10 of a second. So he's currently at a 29.792. This will put him up to probably not even, only really P8 with Bambi. He needs to find around 4 or 5 tenths to get in front of Dildog and Stone Tower. Now Bottle keeps getting out the way to reach out turn 14. Trent Sanders being very tidy here. Sure, she's in third for the final corner, getting that extra traction, extra grip. Can he emulate his teammate's time? No, he can't. Only 4.5 tenths faster. That's almost matched Deputy Dildog's time. So he has pace. He has one more run to go. See if he can make it work. No, Smeg does another. Oh, I don't think he has a collar ban. I believe Smeg has just. He might just be waiting on for one more run, unless he can't actually do a run yet. I don't think he has a qualifying ban though. He hasn't done anything to warrant a qualifying ban. Anyway, we're coming back to our other debutant, a second of 3. So the two drivers on debut, 15 and 16, currently on their times. So that definitely want to improve that. Airborne. It's coming around now to 11. He'll look to impress these guys. Impress Red Bull. I'm not sure who was in the Red Bull. It was Jern Dan, I believe. Yeah, so Jern Dan actually got a season ban, so we won't be seeing him any longer in this tier. As a result from his Azerbaijan contact and his Canada crash with Bodhod. As Airbank going up to P10, so he's currently the fastest of the 3 rookies in this field. Currently, Will is in P16, he's going to try to go for another lap, and Venus is in the pits as well as the Smeg. So only one driver without sitting a lap time. There's the Smeg. Not sure if he will. Anyways, Sidepod is actually on a lap. He's just started his flying lap. So we'll ride on board with him, the McLaren driver. Very, very unlucky. Hopefully, there's quite a lot of runoff in this track, so hopefully he doesn't bin it into the wall this time. And maybe he can actually have a good race. He's got a 10th faster than his previous time. He needs to find another 3/10 of a second to get somewhat of a chance to get that pole position. Entei is still in the pits. He has half a minute to come out of the pits, go on his outlap. Looking quite calm. He does come in his outlap just now. So we're straight 5 to the finish. Entei will finish his lap afterwards. Semper is Entei's teammate Scotty just on the right side. Sidepod from lap through turn. What is turn 10? Through 11 now. In that late apex, slightly missing it though. Now through turn 12, as he locks up, that will hinder his time quite a lot. As he actually does spin. Even worse, that is Sidepod's time over. He'll have to settle for P2 or lower, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Proximity Rush just started his lap. Although I want to see if anyone else is actually finishing a Speg. I think no, so we'll stay with Proximity Ross. He will come across the line to finish his lap next time round. T would like to stay on for him. Currently in P5 with his teammate Hank in P4. Alpha Romeo looking very, very strong tonight. Jimmy saying Smack doing a one-stop, medium softs. It could be. Yeah, just trying to save tyres. Maybe their strategy study from the back, go for a one-stop. That's a smart idea, Jimmy. Entei now, just getting out the way. Proximity Ross. Here we go, through 14. I haven't seen his split time, so I'm not too sure how fast he is. But he's still pushing to the line. Entei retires. Did he retire for national session? Just to see, did he still wall? He does still actually. Oh wow, he did hit the wall. As proximity rust does improve, by the way. So Bella Danger does hit the wall. Now try to find Bleacher Sanders on his out lap, which means Cake is actually about to finish his lap. Here we go. Going across the line, side pod retires, so top 3, not finishing their laps. Kank goes pole position now. Up to P1 with a 28.374. Very nice time from him. We have the Stone Tower also on a lap. I believe Scotty is about to finish his lap. Scotty going up to P10 as Stone Tower has just given up on his lap. Meanwhile, we have a Renault built as gold gloves. Those trick is actually not racing tonight, so gold gloves. He is actually invalidated his lap, so he will not come through. Which means it should be Deputy Dildog. He should come through now. Let's see what time he does. Can he take any time off Kenki? Or Kenki say it goes P3. The 28.751. Sanders invalidates his lap, I should say. Bodhod. So about to finish his lap. Finn Kelly. Finn Kelly looking very strong. What can he do? It is position 7 for Finn Kelly. So very good time from him. Bodhod coming through next. What can he do? Up to P6 goes Bodhod in that racing point. Spec does set a time actually with a 30.7, so all drivers setting their times. Will and Venus down in P17 and 18, and meanwhile, where's Airband? He is in P13. As Trent actually invalidates his lap, so which come across the line to end off the session. So qualifying done and dusted. So the gaps. So yeah, Kink just by less than a tenth of a second beating Entei for pole position. Meanwhile, 3/10 down is Deputy Dildog, so there's quite a gap between the top 2 and the rest of the field now, which we haven't seen that often, really, in this league. Barthold looking very strong once again, and the Alfa Romeo is looking very, very strong, as well as Entei, I should say before. Sidepod getting a good qualifying. Sandoz then P10, he probably wants to improve on that. I think Kelly is in P8. Look for him in the race. And our 3 rookies, Venus, Will and Airban in 13, 17, 18. So, here we go for the race. For the French Grand Prix. Actually, while we wait, I might give a quick look at these standings. If I can get it up. So, currently the Stone Tower 9 points ahead of Finn Kelly on 106 points, so Finn is on 97. Then a big 29 point gap from Finn to Scotty in P3. It's quite close from between Scotty, Deputy Dildog and Bambi, with around 11 points separating those three. Bodhod Dan in P6 with Big Dong in P7, Proximity Ross P8, Entei in P9. Entei will look to improve his championship position with that great qualifying he's done there. Meanwhile, Sidepod is Dan in P10. Portinator doesn't drive anymore. 0 in P12, I should say. Snake 13, Trickett 14, Gold Gloss 15. Gold Gloss looking to have quite a race. Oh. Showed quite a good race. He's down P15, but his door is up there. He just loses out to penalties, really. A Bella Danger with that 1 point for Alpha Tauri in P17. He's P5, so he has a teammate this time. Bella Danger, semi-pro, is actually not here, so Will is a reserve. Meanwhile, Venus and Airban P21, 22. Turns was P20 without scoring a point. Kank hasn't scored a point either, so this will be his first points as well. Yeah, Venus Airban have not scored points. This is their first races. So, in saying that, Williams in the lead of the championship. I was going to predict the pit stop strategy. 2 stops, 6 to 7, and then 14 to 15 if you're going to go soft, soft to medium. And then you could also go soft to medium, medium. So Should we get the tyres up for you guys? Just to see, yeah, top 10 all on softs, and 11 through to 18 all on mediums. So people are saying you could maybe go one stop from a mediums to hards or to softs, potentially. Yeah, Hank P1, his first pole position of the season, as he joined quite late into the season. So we're just waiting on the guys to just line up on the grid, finish their formation laps, and we should be good to go. Anyway, here we go. For the French Grand Prix, I was line up to their grid boxes. As I said before, Kink and Ente, we've never seen that front row before in this season. It'll be very interesting to see how these guys react to being at the front. As I believe everyone is just lining up. Smeg has finished up. Here we go. So here we go. Get a good look. Here we go. Okay, 5 red lights. Alfa Romeo on pole position. Haas on second. Lights out and away we go. Here in France. Kank getting a great start ahead of Ente. Meanwhile, it looks like the AlphaTauri of Bella Danger looking very dangerous, really. But now the Haas. Oh, someone's already spun. There's already been an incident with the few drivers. We'll get back to that. It looks like Ente going side by side with a very angry side pod for position. I think that's something's happened with the leaderboards. There's actually an AlphaTauri P2, which he is in P2. Okay, so yeah, Bella having an amazing start then. Up to P2 somehow. Meanwhile, Ente, a very aggressive side pod, spin Cali, proximity Ross, going side by side, double file into the Mistral chicane. Looks like Ente and Finn Kelly both get out ahead, and that Finn is looking onto the back of a very angry side pod. It's a great view. Very great camera angle here. Go back to the side pod. Finn going right around the outside, and this spun. Finn has spun on the outside. And it's going to have to wait for the whole field to go through. And looks like the Stone Towel and the Smeg are getting in to that first corner incident. Stone Towel, I think, may be in a part of the incident that led to Abella being in second position. Going fast up the race to save the 38.051. Gold Guys and Finn Kelly both pitting already. I don't think Finn got any wing damage, so he might just be pitting for fresh tyres, as those roofs will be red hot. Field already split in top 4, quite spread out. Sidepod having a bit of a train here. Proximity Ross looking right behind the butthole, right behind Proximity Ross. Looking for a move, but he can't be too aggressive. He has Deputy Dildog behind him in a long train of cars that stretches from P4 down to P9 even. And then there's quite a gap, or even down to P10, 11. As you can see, Eben down in P11. That's actually bottom, I should say, going side by side. Proximity Ross taking a move done. Meanwhile, Deputy Dildog and Trent Sanders going side by side. Sanders going to be under pressure from Scotty 793. There they go. Now side by side, it's the end of the Mistral straight. Scotty going to go full speed, full throttle, I should say. They're still going to go through turn 11. Scotty pulls out. Trent Sanders goes wide. Scotty makes the move done. So you can go soft to medium, medium, soft to medium, hard. So I think a lot of guys will go soft, medium, medium. Scotty having a great start on those medium tyres, already up to P8, Fina Gold was on fresh hards and fresh mediums respectively. Now, I believe Cypod is still holding a bit of a trend here, although Bottas losing a bit of time. Kink getting another fast lap. The rest DRS is now enabled, so we should see a lot more overtakes here in France. Should start to spread out now, as Proximity Ross are looking at the back of Bottas, who is looking very good in P5. Proximity Ross looking good in P6 as well. We'll run aboard with him just for the lap. It looks like Cypod is struggling quite a bit to keep him with Entei and Abella and Kink, as now Stone Tower making a move on Will. Meanwhile, Bambi making a move on Venus. So Bambi would like to be up there, off the front of the field, as he is up there in the championship. Sandals getting a cast back on Scotty 793. Just looking at the leaderboards here. I believe that maybe it's been a DRS overtake. So, halfway through lap 3, and it's been quite a bit of action already. Hopefully to keep that all up. Right now, okay, so Trent Sandals. He's looking good, Trent Sandals. Down in PA, not the best qualifying, but currently is on board. Score's first points is actually Golgars getting ahead of Finn Kelly. I see Golgars on those softer compounded tyres in those mediums. Meanwhile, Proximity Ross now under pressure from Deputy Dilldog, who is currently the only driver, or currently the sole point scorer in this race for Williams. Had to open the steering just there for a bit to not run to the back of Proximity Ross, as now is coming around 3, 4 and 5. Don't think she might be able to get an overtake on DRS, although Proximity Ross is actually out of DRS, so, and Bottas is actually catching up to Sidepod. So here we go. O'Connor on the off-board shot, as now Deputy Dildo is going to make a move. He's thinking about it. I don't think he will. Finn Kelly already getting a 30-second penalty. He's down in P18. Sanders repassing Scotty. They're going to go side by side through there. Sanders getting back past Scotty. They're having a great battle. Although Sanders probably should have had more pace here, as he's getting swallowed up by the media runners, which is not very good at all for Sanders. Hasn't really got that race pace. Yeah, Sanders got 0 making a move. He's going to try to go around the outside of Sandals. And look at pushes just on the track, just slightly. Here comes Airband. It's the best view in the house. They're going to go side by side. With the fast selection, we'll put the, there you go, the telemetry on for you. Goldgloves getting his first penalty. They're fighting quite hard. Finn Kelly and Goldgloves for P17 and 18. Currently meaningless. These early stages of the race, it may be more meaningful later on. Airband just staying behind. There's a few drivers getting penalties. It looked like that was Will and Sidepod. I think that was. Now Scotty's just trying to get away from Zero and Sandals. We're staying with him once again. See if they can make a move. Looks like Bothold and Ledward's making a move through on the DRS straight. On Sidepod, that's puts Bothold up to P4 now. So it's looking very, very good. Now Airband, it's just a bit too far back. But Sandals is getting quite a lot closer to Zero here. He's doing a little battle. He's going to pit in the next few laps or so. Yeah, not sure how many laps more, how many laps longer they can last on those tyres. Yeah, Isabella Danger actually comes into the pits, so yeah, there you go, end of lap 5. Bella Danger into the pits already. He's gonna probably put on. He's gonna put on another set of softs. It looks like. If I'm not mistaken, there he is. Another set of soft tires for a Bella Danger. He's got sector 3 yellows. That is Finn Kelly. Going backwards. For some reason. Well, Finn is. I think he's just had enough of it. As long as he doesn't retire on track, he should be fine. He can probably retire in the pits if he really has had enough, because he's quite a long way behind Gold Gloves. I think he did make contact on Gold Gloves. As you can see how close the field is after 5 laps, as you'd expect, but a Bella Danger very far behind the pack now. He's got, he's going to retire in the pits, I think. So Finn Kelly, not good for his title charge, but both him and Tao not scoring points so far. Does he retire in the pits? He hasn't just yet. It's still going. There's Smeg and Will going side by side now. There's Will and right behind him. So Smeg in P14. Meanwhile, Proximity Ross and Deputy Dildog within half a second. As actually a lot of drivers coming to the pits. Looks like Side Pod and I believe that is Deputy Dildog both staying out. There goes Kenk coming into the pits. He has to wait a tiny bit for there's Entei coming into the pits. There's also Sterntel coming out of the pits. Oh, I should say not coming out, staying out. The Bella Danger does undercut him. That is huge. Here at Paul Ricard, a Bella Danger in the undercut, done. On Kenk, yeah. Meanwhile, Entei quite a bit behind Kenk, so a Bella Danger in the right idea. Although he is on soft tires, and he has used up all of his ARS for good measure, so he's really pushing. He may drop off later on in the race. He may have to definitely make another stop. If you can make those softs last another probably another medium stint, you may go hards if you can't do that. However, Zero and Scotty now P4 and P3. So the top 10 have not stopped, and 10 through 18 obviously have. So I wonder if Sidepod does come into the pits. He does. Dildog does also follow him into the pits. This means Scotty will take the lead. I wanted to jump on board with Botthard actually here. As Proximity Ross also going into the soft tires, but let's see where Sidepod comes out relative to Botthard. Because those two were having a little battle between each other. Proximity Ross getting a 3-second penalty, his first penalty of the day. There's Sidepod, and Botthard does, I believe, does definitely undercut him, as Sidepod was actually not that far behind, not 4.5 seconds behind Botthard, that's for sure. However, him and Proximity Ross coming out right with each other, but the first of the stoppers, the Bella Danger, coming up to some traffic, the first of which is his teammate provisionally. Well, for this race, a reserve in Will 921. Meanwhile, here comes Kenk. He's coming around the inside. Can he get the move done? Are they going to touch? They do touch. And the Bella Danger keeps the net lead of the race here in France. But Kenk is going to look for another move. He's going to pull to the outside. He's going to get the move done. They're going to go side by side through the fast right-hander of turn 10. They're still going to go side by side. They've kept it. And now, through 11, they're still going to go side by side. This is a great race between these two guys. But I think Kenk may get the move done. He does. He gets it stuck. That is huge for Kenk, as now Bella will have to chase him on soft tyres, which is to use those soft tyres even more than he would like to, as Sterntown does now pit. On lap 9, so he's made quite a long first stint, 7 laps in that first stint. However, now we will see Entei getting the faster of those. Botthot behind him getting even faster. Oh, sorry about that. Going even faster. It's Proximity Ross even faster than that. 32.6 from Proximity Ross on soft tyres. Sidepod and Dildo going a one stop, it looks like. Straight to hard tyres, unless he can go softs again. Kank getting a bit more traffic. It's half a second. Oh, he almost touches him. He almost touched him as here comes Abella on the run. Gold is getting a 30-second. They're going to go 3 wide once again into the mid-shot chicane. Venus getting out of it. They're going to go side by side again. Is Venus going to make a move? He's looking at it, definitely looking, and Kank makes the move, keeps his position, I should say. Once again, sector 3 yellows. Someone spotted, it's Venus. The Venus has a spin. I think he may have made contact as he was right with this guy. He may have made contact with someone. Maybe it was Entei, or maybe it was even... I don't think it was Bottom behind him. Maybe an Entei. Or he may have just lost it on his own accord. But Venus down in P12 now. That's not very good for him there. So, Kank is 3.8 seconds to his next driver. As the top 3 having their own little battle as well. Oh, so these guys haven't pitted yet. As now Airband going side by side for the lead of the race. Although he would still have to pit. Top 5 have to pit right now. And Airband just getting a little bit of a gap. Scotty is actually P3 in the championship, so Scotty looking very racy in this season. He might be able to mount a title challenge. I think Kelly is way off the pace tonight, and Stone Tower has a shocker of a race, so this could be Scotty's to capitalise on. Kank's still on no points. He's down in P6. He's on for the lead of the race here. Scotty though, losing out to 0 almost momentarily. As looks like 0 has a lot more pace, as Ross getting in front of Will who has not stopped yet. And yeah, he's down in P11 currently, not in the points. I doubt he'll get points tonight. The Bella Danger is on course for a P2, although he does need to pit again. I think all the drivers need to pit again, except for Cyprod and Deputy Dog. So those two will be able to stay out maybe till the end of the race, maybe get that one stop working. So, Bell Danger right on the back of Kank, with Ante on the back of him, with Botthole on the back of him, so this is a fight for top 4. Will comes into the pits. Put the camera at Bella actually. A great view through the turn 1-2 chicane. Bella would much rather be ahead of Kank right now. Make better use of those soft tyres, but some things you just can't really choose. Although he's actually been using a lot of fuel. As you can see the yellow fuel indicator, it does need to save some fuel in order to finish the race with enough fuel. He does have no ERS either, but he does have DRS, so he's going to move to the outside. He's going to make a move. He looks like he's trying, but he's just not close enough. If he had some overtake, he may be able to do that, but he couldn't, not tonight. So now Bella Danger, can he make a move in this final sector, coming into turn 1 even? Most a single file unless Kank is vastly slower. In this sector is, Danger going a little bit wide. This is going to let Ante come up to the back of him. Meanwhile, Botthot's him at the Smeg, coming up to this guy. Smeg, I think, did he pull him to this? I think he did. He did, okay. So now it's Bambi and Eb and Scotty who have not pit yet. This means Kank will get the net third, as they've been putting on the hards, 0 on the hards, and Smeg I presume on the hards as well for that one-stop strategy. Now Bella Danger, can he make a running ball to Entei? Entei's team has Scotty in the leather race ahead of Bambi. Meanwhile, he's actually right onto the back of Bambi, so this might be a bit sketchy again. Scotty pushing, getting a 30-second penalty for good measure. And now, yeah, just can't. Just can't get close enough. Neither of them can. As Venus getting a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And under heaps of pressure from Bella Danger. He's doing very well to hold it. As even getting a past his teammate, who is one of 3 who have not pit yet. Goggles obviously has. Meanwhile, yeah, so the top 2 runners, no points scored so far. Meanwhile, Scotty, currently, well, not for a win. If he comes out P10, P11, he could be on for a few points. Which doesn't seem much now, but could be quite good for him. If he can capitalise on this race a little bit longer. You know, fresher tyres, he does come into the pits. Bambi stays out for another lap. And Kank now is going to look for a move into turn 1. Can he do it? It's just a bit too far back. And I don't think he'll be able to get the move to stick. No, he can't. As Venus spinning in the pit lane. Yeah, rookie mistake. Unfortunately for Venus. As he will have to serve that in his next stop. If he does make a next stop, Bambi getting out of the way of the leaders. Very smart move from him. So now it is a 4-way fight for the win. Gold God's down in P15, so he could have a chance to get a good race. He has not had a good race so far. He had that lap 1 incident. And that incident with Finn as well, which has put him way down the pack. He is basically a pit stop down on the rest of the field anyway. We'll look back on this lead pack. As you can see, it's 4 wide as Venus retires in the session. Looks like he's retired on track. Hopefully there's no safety car. Hopefully there isn't any safety car. But that is a big no-no in this league. Have to retire in the pits. Which I think not sure if he tried to or not. But thankfully there won't be any safety car. So it won't alter the race here. So, Kank currently pulling away from Bella Danger. Bella Danger is going to be struggling on those sides here. Don't think he just hasn't got the tyres. His bottom's going very wide into turn 2. I think Bella might come into the pits again. There's another 14 left, so we're halfway through this race. And Bella Danger, he might be able to cover in the hards to the end. 14 laps on hards, 13 laps on hards, should be alright for him. As now, you can see Entei wanting to put a move on him. So the top 3 are 3 new drivers, and these 3 drivers did not start the race, did not start the season. It didn't even start the season, started a few races late, as Entei making the move very cleanly on a Bella Danger. And is Bella going to try to make a move back in the inside? He is! He really wants to get the move in the inside. I don't think he can get it though. So now Botthod going to be playing into this as well. Down in P4, this could be Botthard's second podium, a great point source for a racing point. This is also very good for Kank, as actually, yeah, Bella Danger coming to the pits. And now Botthard will inherit P3. Sorry about that. Well, Botthard will, inherit position 3, but Ximi Ross also coming to the pits. And once they put in the hard tyres to the end now, you may go soft hard to the end. I think a lot of these guys, Bambi actually going very, very long on those medium tyres. I think he might wait for Botthard, Entei, Kank to come into the pits as well. Maybe try, just gain the pit stop, go for a 1-stop race. I believe he started quite low in the field, we can check that. Just to change, yeah, down P11. So he hasn't stopped on those sides. He's the only driver who has not stopped. But as you can see, big winners, Bambi in the Smeg. Smeg up 6 spots from last, basically. Fincali down 9, Abella Danger down 8, Proximity Ross down 7. Obviously those guys just pit. Other than that, not many people losing too many positions. Just looking, yeah, quite calm. As you can see from the leader, it's around 49 seconds from P1 to P16, even down 25 seconds. P1 to P13, so it's around the length of the pit stop. That's where Bella Danger came out. So yeah, the field's still quite closely spread out. Yeah, in this race. Botthard now. Can he make a move on Ente? I'm not too sure if he's close enough this time around. No, he isn't. It's clear cut there from Botthard getting a 3-second penalty. I think that is his first. Oh, I'm not too sure. I think that might be his second actually. We'll see at the end of this race. Anyway, Ente under a huge amount of pressure from Botthard. He looks like he has pace on the medium compounded tyres who, I don't know, I think they should be able to do 15 or so laps. You can see Bambi did 15 laps. Yeah, Bambi doing 15 laps on medium compounded tyres. So, yeah, he probably can make the last another 6 laps or so and go back onto the softs, which is what they could do. Or they could go medium, and here comes Botthard around the outside of Ente. So, brilliant move, he makes a stick. Long way around, he can't get it done. He's got the inside line. Can he get a stick this time? He does. No, not yet actually. Here we go, Ente still side by side. He's gotten some traction, gotten some grip, and I think he does make the move stick now. Ente may just come to the pit, he does. So I wonder what Ente will put on. I wonder what compounder tyre he'll put on. We'll just watch him into the pits as well, and just making penalties. Here we go. It looks like he's putting others as mediums. So he did go soft to medium, and he's going to go medium to the end for 10 laps. Meanwhile, Bambi is still going quite strong. Sidepod is still going strong as well. So just lost on those hard tyres. He's going to hope to get to the end. He probably can go another 10 laps on those hards. 19 laps on hard tyres should be quite doable. Doable, I should say. As the field is quite spread out now, although down in the lower regions of the points we have quite a fight in our hands. Bella Danger, Ente just came out the pits to Smeg and Zero. Ente and the Bella will want to get past these guys as quick as possible. Smeg going pulling to the inside, he's actually making a move, and Zero, and he gets the move done. That's P9 for the Smeg. And while Ente also trying to make a move on Zero, he goes side by side. He's going to make the move stuck. He does get the move stick before the braking zone of turn 11. So now he has the Smeg dispatch once again. Plenty of overtakes. As you can see, Zero going wide, and the Bella Danger going to go through as well. So cheering on the Smeg. He's going to go for that one stop. Smeg he won't be in the points. He needs to get past Stone Tower to get a point, as the Bella Danger will probably get past him sooner or later, as well as Ente. Now we'll jump off board actually. It looks like someone just locked up quite heavily into turn 1, so that might be an Ente. But both these guys on the hard tyres, Stone Tower and the Smeg. You can see Airband just in front of them as well. So I wonder if Smeg can get past Stone Tower quick enough, because Tower is just outside of the second. So So he's outside the DRS range from airband, and he'll be quite vulnerable. Entei he's getting blocked, it looks like. Slightly. Smek getting the move done. Smek very efficient in his overtaking here in France. Very, very nice move from the man in the racing point. Now Entei is going to try to do the same. Here we go, we're going to go side by side. Entei and the Sentinel. They're going to touch just a tiny bit, but Entei will get the move done. So that Smek is up in P8, and he has airband in P7. So Smek is on fire, as Bambi does pit on 17 lap old medium tyres. So very good stint from him. He's made that last very, very well. He's putting the softs to the end. There'll be 8 laps for him. Softs looking good. Quite an odd one stop, to be honest. As he's moved down to P13 behind Boxing D Ross. So right now we're riding on board with Entei, who looking forward at the Smek and airband having their own little battle as Entei going a little bit wide. They'll compromise his line. I believe that is through 6 and turn 7. Now the Smek's for 2 yellows we have. And it looks like that is a Bella Danger who has spun and he's broken his front wing. So Bella Danger, unfortunately, losing the front wing. You can see Smek, another overtake is going to potentially pull off. But Entei is going to capitalise on that failed overtake actually. Can he make this stick? No, Smek's going to make a move on the inside. He's going to make that stick, he does. Smek up into P6 now. It's found so much pace. Entei almost spinning because of airband. As Kink and Butthot both pit, Deputy Dillick will inherit the leg ahead of Sidepod. This is great racing here at the Red Bull, not Red Bull Ring, at the Paul Ricard circuit. Finn Kelly getting the fastest off the race, putting another pit stop. He's down at P17, he's not going to get any points for that. As both of them putting on the soft tyres. Where will Sidepod and where will Kink and Butthot come out of the pits? Just in front of this pack, I believe. There they are. Butthot going side by side. Entei getting past, but getting behind airband. Kink getting in front of this little group. Smek out. Can you have the? Will have the RS1. Can he latch onto the back of him to get that little bit more room, or a little bit more time, I should say, on Scotty, and then Sidepod and Deputy Diller. There is a small chance for the Snake to get a podium here. He's driving a absolutely brilliant race. He does not actually have DRS, he's out of DRS range, so he can't get pulled through. As Botthot sending it on Entei. Didn't even see him coming. He's gone past 2 cars within a lap. Can he get past the Smek in the third? He's getting past Scotty for P3 now. He does. Smek should just let him go through as Kink getting a 30-second penalty. Like he might have gone wide through that corner, then side by side with Scotty. Smek losing a lot of time now on those hard tyres. You can see how much more grip these guys have on the Smek, but he's still pushing for a really good spot. At worst, the Smek will finish. At the worst, Smek will actually finish. Yeah, down P7, which is a very good spot for him. So yeah, Entei once again, Botthot up ahead of Scotty, but Entei once again gonna try and put a move on the Smek. I think Smek still has DRS, still within range. And I think he may be able to get Scotty here for position 5. It'll be huge if he gets that as well. Can the Smek make it sick? Put the gap to leader, I sure can. There you go. So currently Kink is 3 seconds behind the leader. Botthot is 5 seconds. Entei is down 7 seconds behind. Meanwhile, here comes Smek, and you can see Botthot, Botthot getting moved on Scotty for position 4 and Entei for position 6. Entei getting another brilliant move. The Smeg. He will want to just hang on to that DRS as long as possible. Try to get up to where Scotty is. Meanwhile, up front, it's a great race for P1. This could be Sidepod. I think. Is this his first win? I don't think it is. I think he's put another win. However, Sidepod in a great race here. He's actually been able to complete most of the race. Hopefully he does the complete the race. This could be his first. What's first? Could be a win for Sidepod. However, Kenk and Bodhod are coming up very close behind. There they are. Our top 4 protagonists with Entei just behind them. Kenk now going fast up the rest of 31.7. We're into the 31s here. As he's now 1.5 seconds off the leaders. What can he do? Can he make some sort of inroads? There's 5 laps to go. Those hearts will be very worn now. 14 laps. As he's made almost 4/10 in just a few corners. Now he has DRS, he has overtake mode on. He has no overtake though. And he'll just sit behind. Does not need to take any risks really. This could end up in an incident. Stantown getting past Airban. Airban actually looking at having a spin. Maybe just a double overtake actually. So Sidepod looking to be very close. There you go. 0.2 of a second between the top 2. Less than a second between the top 3 drivers here. At Paul Ricard. Bodhod just lurking behind. I don't think he has a pace. Same with these guys. They may just be saving some energy and some tyres for the end. They still need to do another 5 laps. That'll be 7-8 laps. Hank just looking for a move. He could go side by side. Great traction out of there, and he takes position 2 from very good Sidepod. Bodhod is almost been the DRS frame. Sidepod is going to go back on King now for another move. Can he get it done? Yes. No, he can't actually. He's going to go side by side once again, and I think King gets the move done. So now Bodhod is down in the mix here. This could be position 2 for Bodhod. His second podium of the season. He had a very awful run of form. As while we have the battle for P3, we have the battle for the lead as well. Hank coming into the lead, into the chicane. And 4 laps to go. Finn Kelly, 5-second penalty. He's really not having the best of races here. Bodhod getting past very angry Sidepod. Entei quite far behind him. The Smig can't get him. He's trying to get a move on Scotty here. Deputy Dilla getting 3-second penalty. That could be huge here. That could be quite huge into the results of this race. So we'll go back to the interval times. As behind Dildog is Bodhod now. I think Bodhod can try and make a move on Deputy Dildog. Can get bad. It's a bad exit, and Bodhod making the move sick. And it's gonna be on the hunt. 3 laps to go. Can he get the move? Can he get the move? I'm not sure. It's 1.2 seconds. 3 laps to go. Both have absolutely no ERS. Tyres will be wearing out quite quickly here. Bodhod locking up again, it looks like. Sidepod and Dildog fighting for that final podium position. So we've had 1 retirement currently in this race. This is Venus, who did retire on track, unfortunately. So this could be Bodhod's another win for him. 1.1 seconds. He's really putting it high under pressure. He just needs to get within DRS range. Actually, while we wait, I'm just going to check if these guys do have penalties. He does. Kenk has 1 and Bodhod has 1. So this is the fight for a win. The fight for the win, I believe. So you go 3 laps to go. 1.2 seconds. What can Bodhod do? Using overtake once again. Verse 2 yards. Abella now retires on track. Oh no. Oh dear. I don't think that was an incident because he's on a straight. He did retire on track. Now that could be, depending on if Bodhod can get close enough, that could alter his. It will definitely alter side pod and Deputy Dilldog as this yellows get gone just in time. Now Bodhod 1.1, 2 laps to go. Hank is trying to get Bodhod out of that slipstream. Now behind him, side pod is closing in as well for that B3 spot. Deputy Dilldog currently holding onto it, and Ente's looming behind. It's going to be a great end to this race. It's 1.1, but I can't get any inroads. He just hasn't got the pace. Hasn't got that extra bit of pace to catch up, get within DRS. If he gets in DRS by the final lap, by that Mistral chicane, that could change everything. He could have a run, and you could see something here. But he's just not. He's just slow in the last sector, but he's a lot faster in the first sector. You see, so it's the 1.4 seconds, and it'll go down to 1.1. Needs to have a better last sector in order to get that first sector within DRS range. Behind him, Cypod, Ente, and Deputy Dildo fighting for P3. Both of them, all 3 of them, have 1 second penalties. Smeg also going for P6 as well. Behind him, so it looks like Finn Kelly is actually in the way, so Finn should really get in the way. And Kate gets a 3-second penalty. That is massive. That will definitely alter the race win here. Bodhod, I'm not sure if he knows that just yet. He's going to continue to push. However, Support does actually get on the inside of Deputy Dilldog. Wow. So Sidepod getting the move done. Entei going to get the move done on Deputy Dilldog as well. To lose 2 positions in 1 corner. And you can see Finn Kelly right behind them. Actually, he's out of position, so he's not fighting for anything here. We have multiple battles. See, Bodhod, he can't get the move, but he doesn't have to anymore. He just needs to keep it clean. If he can keep it clean, Bodhod will win this race once again. For his 2nd win of the season. He's piling on the pressure, and he's keeping it very clean. Meanwhile, the fight for there goes Finn Kelly just starting to pop up out of nowhere. That will probably annoy Deputy Dilldog just a tad bit. So he going purple, so he can unlap himself. I'm not sure if he really wants to. As you can see, Dilldog, I think it's just because of his tyres. But here we go, Ente making a move easy on a very angry Cypod. That is P3 for him. So P1 Kink, P2 Bodhod, P3 Ente. Currently, right, we'll be able to see what happens later on in this race, or when at the end of this race, the final positions are. But currently, if we look back, Smeg does make a move on Scotty, and he seals it. That is going to be P6 for the Smeg. Where before penalties, hopefully he actually keeps that P6 after penalties, and hopefully Bodhod, after a wonderful drive with no incidents, he can win another race in that racing point. Can he do it? Here we go. From the final corner, Kenk will win the race on track, but Bodhod will win the French Grand Prix Hero Port card P1 for Botthod. P2 for him. P3 for Entei. P4 for Angry Sidepod. Actually, Sidepod takes P3. Entei losing out by Sidepod. Entei getting another penalty, it looks like. So Sidepod P3. Entei P4. Dudog P5. The Smeg P6. Scotty P7. Proximity Ross P8. Bambi 9th. Tau 10th. 0 P11. Airban P12. No points on his debut. Sandals P13. Very poor from him, Sandals. Gold Glass P14 and Will P15 and Finn Kelly P16. Wow. What a race. Botthod taking the win. Very clean from him. So yeah, Bella did actually crash out. So he didn't retire on track, so he should be fine with the stewards there. So yeah, anyway, here you go. The Racing Point driver, Botthod, spraying the champagne with Hank and Sidepod P2 and P3. Now moving down on the grid as we get onto here. Sidepod actually having a clean race. I thought Sidepod had penalties. Apparently not. Entei P4, Deputy P5, Smeg P6 from P18. Driver of the day from the Smeg. P7 Scotty, who put some points on Stone Tail and Finn Kelly. P8 Proximity Ross. P9 Bambi, who probably wanted a little bit of a better race there. P10 Tao getting that extra point against his championship brother Finn Kelly, then P16. Meanwhile, our rookies Airban, Will and Venus not scoring any points. Venus retiring on track, about danger, actually crashing out on the straight apparently. So, getting an invite for my next league. Okay. So, that is it for Tier 3. That was a great race. Battles all throughout the race. Anyway, I think we'll call it there. So, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to drivers participating. Congratulations to Botthod, Cake and Sidepod for their podium spots. I'm off to Tier 5. You can watch Tier 1 through Tier 5 in about 10 minutes time. So, thank you and good night.